Oh, you all. Hello, it is Judge Teese. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. Hope all are safe. So I think lately and now, a lot of people have been hearing or hearing reports on strange noises or strange frequencies. Pretty much, like some people say, okay, I hear a humming sound. Some people hear a buzzing sound. Some people say they hear like a horn or trumpet sound, like a hum, or it sounds like a buzz or something like a crystal. You know how you rub the top of a crystal and give you that ying. But basically, what that is are frequencies, and it's something about frequencies are pretty much like the waves. Like if I give you like a deep frequency, it'll give you like a low tone or high frequency. It'll give you that like that squeaking, almost annoying. But I guess they say the latest one, or the latest one that I've heard of, they said it was like a strange humming, like a ying sound in New York. And one guy said he's been hearing this for at least a year, and he said it gives him alien invasion. But it's like I've noticed in different cities where I go, it'll be like that, the white noise, like like that background noise where you think like, okay, that's just traffic or that's just like a distant sound. But basically, long story short, whatever the sound is, whether it's from a high pitch or a low pitch or whatever the case may be, it's basically a frequency, whatever sound it's making, and the frequency can come from you, it can come from a machine, it can come from aliens or whatever you want to say it's coming from. Those are basically frequencies, So frequencies will determine your behavior half or most of the time. And I don't know if you can notice that background now, but it seemed like it got louder because I remember in Illinois, it'll be a sound where I feel like every time I hear the sound, it reminded me of going to school, and it'll be like a hum, but it'll be faint. It's like even if you hear that sound like hum, I don't know, it's like sound like a choir or some whatever it is, but it's like I would always hear that faintly in the background. I remember like growing up as a child, and I felt like, okay, that's the background noise. This is how I know I'm in school, or this is how I know it's a Tuesday. And then like every maybe once or twice a week you'll hear that like this kind of like an alarm like from the background, like and I guess that's supposed to mean something that represents something in the city. But like I said, I just grown equipped to it because like I normally hear this growing up, or I normally hear this either at school or when I'm ever outside, I guess. Yeah, but basically that's frequencies, and with these frequencies, no one has said that, okay, hearing this makes me want to get up and move, or hearing this, just, I don't even notice it. Most of the time when people hear it, it's either driving them crazy or it's so annoying where they're like, what the hell is that sound? Or, it's not like something where you can just ignore to where it's like, okay, well, that's just traffic or that's just the wind. They say whatever this noise is in New York, it's more of an annoying, or they said it's driving people crazy. So it's like, okay, that would make sense. If I get the frequency or the alert to go crazy, like, and then I'm more annoyed and going crazy, especially in a big city, because it doesn't take much to get annoyed in a big city. I know with me, and I'm in sunny California. I love California, like California itself, like California, the soil of California. That's it. Now, when it comes to the people, I need therapy when it comes to the people because they annoy the hell out of me. Honestly, I would take scratches on the chalkboard these people sometimes, but you have to condition your mind to not let the people worry you, because they said also too, I was watching a lady, she's like, basically you have to accept what you cannot control. You can't control the two-legged roaches that surround you in the city. So it's like, okay, I don't really accept them, but I will accept them just because there's nothing I can do about it. It's about the two-legged roaches. But these particular frequencies, it's just literally the setup to control you. They said there's some frequencies that are actually in the ocean, or like it's frequencies that you can't hear, but they can kill you. So it's just like it just depends on what your mind and body can take, because we don't realize we are a frequency. If I give you a low frequency, it'll probably make you sick. High frequency will drive you crazy because it's like it's doing something to your damn frequency. And whether you drink water or not, the human body is mainly liquid. So it's mainly liquid. So that's basically the waters of your body will be controlled by these frequencies or waves or vibrations, or that may explain why you get these low frequencies. And it's like, okay, if I want to drive you crazy, I'm going to feed you low frequency, I'm going to feed you BS, and it's going to show in these cities. Like I said, I can believe it because there's definitely like dark frequency or dark energy here. Because you could tell, because like everyone has the same behavior, everyone's low energy, everyone's on edge. And it's like, it's a programming, because it's like when they do snap, they'll snap at you, but they won't snap at the problem, you know? So it's kind of like, a frequency possession, so to speak. Like, I'm going to possess you through the music. I'm going to possess you through the vibes. I'm going to possess you through these humming noises. Because it doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but it probably will have a negative impact on your body. Maybe your body's not used to it, and it will drive you crazy because it's just that annoying. But I've noticed it here, there, and everywhere. I'm thinking the only thing that I haven't seen, like as far as up close and personal, is the actual flying objects. Like, I'm sure I've seen things, like I see things all the time where it's like, okay, am I hallucinating, or am I seeing things, or is that the wind? When it comes to quote unquote hallucinating, like I get that all the time, because you'll think like, okay, am I? Most of the time, if you think you've seen something at this point, you probably did, because you'll think like, okay, that was just in my peripherals. Like, no, most of the time, if I'm especially if I'm not under the influence, if I keep quote unquote seeing things, I'm not hallucinating, you know. So I would say, as far as like the real flying object, not just something just walking by me or something that's just popping up and disappearing, like, you know, because there's somebody who literally, they had a video of it too, where it was literally like like a cloud driving, whatever this was, it was driving a cloud, and you could see the cloud moving. It'll go from where it'll expand, then it'll get small, then it'll turn like oblong, but it had lights on it. And I was like, I can believe that, because the strange activity is definitely here, and I know those people from other planets are definitely here, and I haven't seen them jump from here to wherever the hell they came from. They said there are people that literally, when they coming in, they're literally dropping from their portals. Like, okay, I'm going to Earth, and they will, however they get here, they'll literally just drop down in the middle of the street, and that's their way of traveling here. And like I said, I haven't seen anything like that. I've just only been seeing and hearing things, and you know, just pretty much putting two and two together as far as who's normal and who's not, you know, because I guess no one's 100%. Well, I guess I'm 100% from the planet, at least that I know of, but there's definitely some people who, and they, with a teleporter to however the hell they got here. There's definitely some others here, but it's like, well, what are you doing, you know? Well, yeah, but anyway, as far as those frequencies that's being spewed, it's a lot of it probably is coming from the city. They said there was another one too next to, if you go next to your water meters, you know how you hear the water meters, it'll give that ding, like a generator sound. Those are frequencies too, and you'll think like, oh, that's just the fountain, or that's just the battery running. It doesn't matter what the hell it is, because like I say, it can come from the marching band, it can come from an alien, or it can come from traffic, whatever it is. If it's given a certain frequency, it's still a frequency. But is that a negative or positive frequency? You know, is that helping you, or is that driving you crazy? Yeah, but anyway, just keep that in mind. And this is why it's important to understand what the hell you're listening to, what you're taking in, because everything is a vibe. All right, be safe.